Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, my dear students, to our English period for grade 7, Unit 11, Lesson 4 Energy and Recycling. Let's start our lesson, my dear students, with the opener. Let's play a card game. Pick a card. Now it's your turn. Yes, card number 1. Charles Dickens wrote this novel in 1837. Start this sentence with this novel. What does it mean? It means to change this sentence into passive. Read it carefully, my dear students, and try to change this sentence into passive. Don't forget, my dear students, when we change into passive, we start with the object at the beginning of the sentence, followed by verb to be, followed by the past participle. Let's see. That's right. This novel was written in 1837 by Charles Dickens. We started the sentence with the object, this novel, followed by verb to be and the past participle. Now it's time for card number 2. I took this photo in Africa. Start this sentence with this photo. Change it into passive. Read carefully. Let's see. Wonderful. This photo was taken in Africa by me. Excellent. As usual, we started the sentence with the object followed by verb to be in the past because the verb took is in the past, followed by the past participle taken. Now, my dear students, let's revise the pre-taught vocabulary, shall we? Here, read carefully. To make something become smaller. What does it mean? This is a definition. What does it mean? Reduce, reuse, or recycle? That's right. Reduce. Excellent. It means to make something become smaller. The next sentence. Pollution has a negative space on the natural environment. Impact, container, gadget. Which one is the correct one? That's right, impact. Excellent. My dear students, our environment is our life. How can you help to reduce the environmental pollution? How can you help to reduce the environmental pollution? My dear students, there are many solutions for the environmental pollution. We can plant more trees to increase the green area. We can build factories away in the desert. We can depend on new sources of energy like solar energy, wind power, and water power. We should reduce using the fossil fuel. Now, my dear students, let's move to our students book, page 74. It's time for grammar, my dear students. Today, inshallah, we are going to study going to. We use going to talk about future plans. Let's see. Here, we use going to for future intentions and future plans or arrangements. Look at this picture, my dear students. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? They are going to go camping. Look at the next picture. What is he going to do? He is going to watch TV. What is going to happen? He is going to be late for work. What are you going to do? I am going to make or bake a cake. What is going to happen? It is going to rain. What is he going to do? He is going to have breakfast. Now, my dear students, after reading these examples, let's explain our rule today. We use going to for future plans or intention, preceded by am, is, or are, and followed by the base form of the verb. We use am with the subject I. You are. He, she, it is. We, you, they are. So, my dear students, going to is preceded by am, is, are, and followed by the base form of the verb. Let's summarize what we have studied, my dear students. In affirmative, we use am, is, are, going to, followed by the infinitive. In the negative form, we start with the verb to be am, is, are, or we can start with the question word. In the negative, we change am to am not, is, isn't, are, aren't. Now, my dear students, let's move to the next exercise. It's listening and writing. In this exercise, my dear students, I want you to listen and write what the students are going to do at the weekend. Listen and write. What the students are you going to do at the weekend?
Unit 11, 11.1. 1.
What are you going to do at the weekend?
That's easy. I'm going to play my computer game.
2.
What are you going to do at the weekend?
I'm going to send lots of text messages to my friends.
3.
What are you going to do at the weekend?
I'm going to buy some new CDs. And I'm going to do my homework, of course.
4.
What are you going to do at the weekend?
Oh, I'm going to visit my aunt. And, oh yes, I'm going to put my holiday photos on my website.
Now, my dear students, after listening, let's check your answer. Let's see. What about number 1? That's right. He is going to play his computer game. Number 2. He is going to send text messages to his friends. 3. He is going to buy some CDs and do his homework. Number 4. He is going to visit his aunt and put his holiday photos in the website. Now let's revise them again, my dear students. Look at the pictures and say what are they going to do. Number 1, he is going to play his computer games. Number 2, he is going to send lots of text messages to his friends. Number 3, he's going to buy some new CDs. Number 4, he's going to visit his aunt. He's going to put his holiday photos on his website. Exercise number 6. Look at these pictures, my dear students. Write sentences about what these people are going to do. Write sentences about what these people are going to do. Try to think. What about number 1? Take your time, my dear student. Form your sentences in your notebook and check your answer. What about the first picture? The kids are going to cook lunch with their mother. What about the second picture? That's right, he's going to travel abroad. What about picture number 3? He's going to dig up the field and grow a tree. Now, exercise number 7. Talking about the future. A. Discuss. What are you going to do after this lesson, this afternoon, this evening, at the weekend, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year? Tell us about your future plans. For example, what are you going to do this afternoon? I don't know. I think I am going to serve the net. Now it's your turn, my dear students. Talk about your future plans, like this example. Take your time. Let's see. What are you going to do after this lesson? What are you going to do this afternoon? Think about your future plans, my dear students. Are you going to help your family? Are you going to do the wash up? What are you going to do this evening? Are you going to tidy your room? What are you going to do this evening? What are you going to do at the weekend? Are you going to go shopping? Are you going to go to the cinema? Think about your future plans. What are you going to do next week? Are you going to go to the beach? Are you going to visit your friends? Are you going to ride a bike? What are you going to do next month? Are you going to study for the exams? What are you going to do next year? Are you going to travel somewhere? Are you going to work hard at school to get high marks? Now, my dear students, after these questions, make your mind and in your notebook write a short paragraph about your plans for the weekend. Now, my dear students, let's move to our workbook, page 57. In the first exercise, my dear students, we are going to study opposites. Look at these pictures and try to learn some opposites. Big, small, tall, short, fat, thin, slow, fast, strong, weak, young, old. Exercise number 1. Match the words with their opposites. Here, my dear students, we have 5 words and their opposites. We want to match each word with its opposite. The first word is steep. Steep. What is the opposite of steep? Reduce, reuse, empty, tiny. We want to match each word with its opposite. Number 1, steep. What is the opposite of steep? Think carefully, my dear students, and try to answer. Number 1. That's right, it's flat. Number 2. What is the opposite of reduce? That's right, it's increase. A. Number 3. What is the opposite of reuse? Excellent. E. Throw. Number 4. Empty. What is the opposite of empty? That's right. Full. What is the opposite of tiny? Excellent. C. Huge. Let's revise them together, my dear students. The opposite of steep is flat. The opposite of reduce is increase. The opposite of reuse is throw. The opposite of empty is full. The opposite of tiny is huge. Now, my dear students, let's move to the next exercise. But before this exercise, let's revise. As we said, we use going to for future plans and intentions. Going to should preceded by am, is, or are, and followed by the main verb or the base form of the verb. We use am with I, and we use he, she, it, is. We use you, they, we, are. Look at the first picture and try to form a sentence using going to. Number 1, she is going to fall into the pool. Sentence number 2. Look at exercise number 2, my dear students, and tell us what is going to happen. Try to complete the sentences using going to and the verb between the brackets here. In sentence number 2, post. Number 3, not play. Number 4, hit. Number 5, open. Number 6, not catch. Now look at each picture and try to form a sentence using going to. Look at picture number 2. What is she going to do? Here. That's right, excellent. She's going to post a letter. Number 3. Use the verb between brackets, my dear students. What are they going to do? They aren't going to play tennis. Wonderful. What about number 4? What is going to happen here? That's right, he's going to hit the tree. Number 5. Look, what is she going to do? That's right, she is going to open her front door. Number 6. Look at the picture. What is he going to do? Or what is he going to happen? He is not going to catch the bus. Now, my dear students, here look at these sentences. I am going to do some exercise this afternoon. I am not going to do some exercise this afternoon. Here, my dear students, to form the negative with going to, we change am into am not, and we change is into isn't, and we change are into aren't. Let's see. Complete the sentences with the correct form of going to and these verbs. Here in exercise number 3 we have 6 verbs: send, buy, do, eat, meet, play. Number 1. I am going to do some exercise this afternoon. What about number 2? Here, my dear students, cross. It means that we are going to use the negative form. Who can answer it? Number 2. Take your time. Let's see your answer. That's right. I am not going to meet my brother at the theater. Number 3. That's right. Are you going to send some emails? Number 4. Choose, my dear students, choose the suitable verb using going to in positive and negative forms. Number 4. We are going to play football tonight. Number 5. What are you going to do tonight? Excellent. Number 6. They aren't going to buy a new car. The old one is fine. Now, my dear students, let's move to your workbook, page 58. Page 58. Do you remember, my dear students, passive voice? Let's revise passive voice before answering the exercise. As we said, my dear students, in passive voice, the focus is on the action. We start with the object followed by verb to be, then followed by the past participle. For example, here, this room was cleaned. During the night, we were woken up by a loud explosion. When was the castle built? This house wasn't damaged in the storm. So we start with the object followed by verb to be in the past, then followed by the past participle. For example, somebody cleaned this room yesterday. We start with the object, this room, followed by verb to be was, then the past participle cleaned. Another example, Edison invented the light bulb. This is active. In passive, we start with the object, the light bulb was invented by Edison. Another example, Columbus discovered America. America was discovered by Columbus. A small red car hit the dog. What is the object here? That's right. The dog was hit by a small red car. Now, let's move to exercise number 4. Change the following sentences into passive. Read the sentence carefully and try to change it into passive. Number 1, a small red car hit the dog. The dog was hit by a small red car. What about number 2, my dear students? A thief stole Nora's painting. What is the object here? Think carefully and take your time. After that, let's check your answers. Number 2, a thief stole Nora's painting. Excellent. Noura's painting was stolen by a thief. Number 3. He cut the bread with a big knife. What is the object? Start with the object followed by verb to be in the past, was or were, then the past participle. The bread was cut with a big knife by him. What about number 4? The news surprised us all. We all were surprised by the news. The next one, number 5, the policeman took the thieves to the prison. The thieves were taken to prison by the policeman. Now let's move to another point in our lesson today, my dear students. Question tags. Question tags, my dear students, are short questions. We use them at the end of the statement to be assured of some information. For example, here, she likes tennis, doesn't she? My brother didn't listen to pop music, did he? They will go to the birthday party, won't they? It hasn't rained yet, has it? So, my dear students, in question tags, we start with the auxiliary verb or the modal verb and change it according to the sentence. If the sentence is affirmative, we put the auxiliary verb or modal verb in the past, in the negative. And if the sentence is in negative, we change the auxiliary verb or the modal verb into positive. So, my dear students, question tags come at the end of the sentence. A short question at the end of the sentence. When the sentence is affirmative, we use negative tag. When the sentence is negative, we use affirmative tag. So the form auxiliary verb, subject personal pronoun. Let's see more examples. You can swim. Here can, can't. The sentence is affirmative. Here can't, followed by the pronoun you. This is high enough. The auxiliary verb here is. The sentence is affirmative. Is, isn't. And the pronoun it. The rope won't break. The modal verb here is won't. The sentence is negative. So, the question tag is in positive. Will, won't, will, followed by the pronoun. We don't have enough food. Don't, do, we. He didn't bring the helmets. Didn't, negative. Did, affirmative. He hasn't given the right. He hasn't given us the right. Has she? The sentence is in negative form, so we use the question tag in affirmative. We should check the map. Should, shouldn't, etc. My dear students, our guide Bob does this all the time, doesn't he? Now exercise number 5. We want to complete these sentences with the question tags. Number 1, you can't ride a bicycle. The answer is can you? Now, my dear students, it's your turn. Read carefully and try to answer. Number 2, you will remember my birthday. Here the sentence is affirmative. That's right, excellent. Want, will, want, followed by the pronoun. They are not from Kuwait. The sentence is in negative, so the question tag will be in affirmative. Are they? You won't forget your school bag. That's right, will you? Number 5, she can speak Arabic. The sentence is in affirmative, so the question tag will be in negative. Can she? Excellent, my dear students. Now, my dear students, we came to the closure of our unit lesson today. Exercise number 6. Read the clues carefully and fill in the crossword puzzles. Let's read the first across. Let's read across first. Number 3. Things that are not wanted and thrown away. Number 3. Let's see, my dear students. Take your time, read carefully and try to answer. Things are not wanted and thrown away. That's right, waste, waste. What about number 4? Number 5. Relating to obtain or obtained from the sun. Relating or obtained from the sun. That's right, solar, solar. What about number 6? The process of reusing waste materials. That's right, recycling. Now let's move to down. Number 1. In a cautious way to avoid problems or danger. Number 1. Yes, that's right. Cautiously, cautiously. What about number 2? The chief or the leader of a town or a city. Mayor, that's right. Number 4. A large vehicle for carrying things from place to place. That's right. Lorry, lorry, that's right. Thank you, my dear students. Meet you in the next period, inshallah. Thank you and goodbye.